Hey, we were live. Just set up there. Right like that. Be good. We're going to check the Tumblr and see how things are going in here. I've got some of the fossils in here, some of the rocks from the river. Hey, my sister, how's it going? Yeah, that was not okay. One of the, uh, I played a game, Puzzles and Conquest, where you build castles and form alliances. And one of the members in our sister alliance told one of the Russian members that they couldn't wait until they were all carried out feet first. And that was really rude, really rude. So I had to tell all my people if they experience something like that, that that is not okay, and to let me know who said it right away. The fellow alliance leader took that as being uh, racist, and I just took it as being rude and inappropriate and told him if he needs help, just let me know because I've been friends with him for a long time, several years. Okay, so we're going to check the, oops, that back over there for now. I've been waiting to see this, how this turned out. Okay, oh, excuse me. Check that out. Yeah, I told the alliance leader's name is Mano. Told him if he needed help, just let me know. Him and I have been friends for like 3 or 4 years. I don't condone that kind of stuff. You can talk to people and have conversations without getting rude. At least that's the way I believe. Cool. Look at that right there. One little white rock right there, and one white one right there, and a couple up there. This is cool stuff because one of my alliance members is from Russia, and her and I have had discussions about the Russia Ukraine war. And she's flat out told me that most of the Russian people are against the war because they have friends and relatives there. Okay, so I'm gonna set that off to the side. On to another rock. I used to have a bucket. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. I found it. It's This is it. You need to empty this stuff out. Set that on to the side. And this is a really cool bucket. Well, I call it a bucket. I got this from Walmart, and it's like a 5-quart dish with a 4-quart strainer, and I can take and put rocks in it, and then rinse them off. Oh, stuff around, make room. Old saying, down ladder, make a hole. I can take and put rock, get most of the grit off, and then put the rocks in there, and put some water in there, and swish them around. And then because it's got the colander, the dirt goes through to the bottom and doesn't stay on the rocks. And it helps a great deal. See, I got this one. Stuff like that is just not okay. You know, you're not there for that reason. You're there to play the game, to build your castle. And it's got 3 gem games in it and all kinds of stuff. But you're not there to, insult each other and cut each other down. That's just not okay. This is gonna have to go back in there. This is green adventuring. All of this stuff will come off and it'll be a bright green. This you have to go back in because it's got rough spots. If they got rough spots, I put them back in. Yeah, that one's gotta go back in. But I'll show you this. See, this is a cool looking rock. I got a bunch of cool looking rocks. Go on. There's a piece of quartz. Cool stuff. The quartz don't gotta go back in. Some of these rocks, I really don't know what they are. I just know they look cool. Like this one. That just looks cool. It's got the line going down there. You can see the different color spots in it, like cream colored spots. That one. I have to go back in there. So my surgery on my right eye for the cataract is going to be July the 27th. And I called right away and got my ride locked in with the VA. I just got to call him back when it gets closer, exact time. See, that looks cool. Yeah. This time it got all screwed up because one of my aides was supposed to give me a ride, and then at the last minute on Friday, he said, "Oh, my wife decided she needs my car, so I can't take you." That's not okay. I got him in trouble for that. And a bunch of other stuff. I think I talked to you about that. See, here's another cool rock. This is gonna have to go back in there, but see, cool stuff. Oh, excuse me. Mm, uh, I gotta look at this one. I think we have a fossil here. Yep. So down inside of there, you see the lines inside of there? Can you see those? Or is the light too bright? I think we have a fossil right here. Right there. And then I thought there was one somewhere else. No, I don't think so on this side, but definitely on that side. So we will put this one off to the side over here. And I want to take a picture of that. I want to start sending pictures in to the university, but I don't know yet who to contact. Here's another one that I think is. I could probably talk to Theo Kellison in Billings. He's got a YouTube channel. He's a really intelligent young man. There's something in here. I can't tell. There's too much dirt in there. See down in the bottom down there? Can you see that? There's like little dots down in the bottom. So that's another one we'll take a picture of and send off to somebody. There's a guy not too far from here in Forsyth. If I can catch him there at the shop, he owns Montana Agates. It's a rock shop. Now this one ain't nothing special, it's just unique shape. Oops. Yeah, I dropped it. It's heart-shaped. See? Shaped like a heart. That's cool. We're gonna put that back in there and get it polished up. We could probably do these back in there, get them good and polished. I wanna check and see what else we got in here first. Trying to find different spots to go, take you all for the summertime when when there ain't a million feet of snow on the ground. There gets a lot of snow around here usually in the winter. I've seen it snow 2 or 3 foot at a time. That's a lot of snow. It's cool. I don't know what this is, but look at look at that green color in the center. It's not no fossil or nothing, but just got a really cool green color in the center. And it's small. Very cool. Oops. This is just a plain brown rock. I find these all the time. And I get them because some of them polish up real nice. Some of them don't polish at all. You just never know. So, Sin, how much snow at a time do you get there? I know you're in California. See, this is just a cool color. Oh, you don't get snow. Well, sometimes I wish I could share with somebody. Yeah, it snows, and then usually for several days after that, it gets really cold, like really cold. It's gone down to -45 before in January, but it usually doesn't last long, a day or two, and it's back up in the 30s. Ow, banging my elbow on the sink behind me. Yeah, Some areas of California get snow and some don't. This is just a gray rock, but I picked this up because it's brown on one side and gray on the other. Cool stuff, huh? Nature is just cool. Nature is just cool. Pray for my granddaughter and her mom. They're they live in Norfolk, Virginia, and there's a set of storms set to go through there with tornadoes. I do not want them to get hit by a tornado. Yeah, I live 500 miles, 600 miles west of Minneapolis. I live in eastern Montana, 97 miles from the South Dakota border. See, here's another one, just a cool color. And most people would throw that back. I hope so too. Because I am too far away to go and help, which I would want to go help. Because my car would not make it. I have a Honda Civic and it needs CV axles. And I got to try to get that fixed next month. And then the month after that, I got a passenger side mirror that's hanging off that I got to get fixed. Another one of them smooth rocks. This one's a brown one, two-tone brown. Nature just does some of the most cool stuff. And this is just cool. I don't know what this is called in rocks. But that's just cool. I gotta get that through the next two steps. so we can get it into polish. You take this light. The lighting in here sucks. That's why we have the flashlight. But that's small, about the size of a robin egg. Let's look in here, see what we got. We can pour some more of this now. That's about the end of it. Yep. Rest of it is all little bitty stuff, so we can start putting stuff back in now. That one in. We'll go ahead and throw these fossils in because we're gonna polish steps. Oh, I need the bigger tumbler. It's on sale right now. See, these are done. That pretty? So the 4 pound, the 11-pound tumbler is on sale right now for $181. I'm gonna get one, but I really need two of them. The only thing I can do is make these two both polish and have the one for step 1, 2, and 3. My aide is also a rock hound. Her name is Keenan. She's a sweetheart. She was in here and looked at the rock room. She said, "Yeah, you're right. You need the bigger tumbler." Um, let's see. What is this one? Let's do this one. Not that one. That's not the one I'm looking for. We can do this one. This one has got some interesting colors. See, that white is just grit that dried on there, but it's all rough, so I'm gonna stick it back in here. I got a bunch of rhyolite somewhere. Just gotta find it. We do a batch of rhyolite all by itself. See, that's that striped stuff, kind of like a shirt, but bigger. Not ready for that yet. That I need small ones. One or two. There. See, driving a truck taught me something, where stuff can go. Oh, you can stick this in this hole, you can stick this here. I drove a truck off and on for 25 years. This is kind of like a granite kind of thing, but it might also be rhyolite. It's reds and oranges and blacks. We'll put that in there. We're running out of room. Put some of these little ones in there. Oops, I dropped it. Oh. Put that one in there. This one goes over here. There. We're going to call that good. That's good in water. See, I'll pick you up so you can, y'all can see. I like to bring water right up to the edge. Oops. Right there. Not cover it completely with water. Put some borax in here. One scoop. Scoop. Then 120 grit. Just hiding over here. Wipe the lid off. 2 scoops of this. Lid. It's all about a process, right, my friend? And I tell everybody when you do um, tumbling, you have to develop your own style and your own method. And just because somebody else does it one way doesn't mean that will work for you. You have to figure out what will work for you. And it takes trial and error. You're going to have good tumbles and you're going to have bad tumbles at first. You're going to have tumbles that do all the runaway train where you start it up and it just spins like crazy. That means it's not loaded right. You got too many rocks in there. And you got, sometimes it does that if you have too much grit in there. You have too much grit, the grit all sinks to the bottom and sticks to the bottom, then the rocks stick to the grit, and then they don't tumble. They just spin around. It's all a process. And sometimes people don't like to hear that, but it's like, hey, I'm just telling you the truth. You have to develop your own style. It's like with music, if you play a guitar, each guitarist has their own style of picking. No two are the same. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to listen to other um, rock tumblers and do what works for you. Some people don't go out in the field and collect rocks. Some buy all the rocks. Oh, excuse me. Others like me like to go out in the field and look for rocks. It's what works for you. And there's no, I tell people all the time, there's no wrong way of doing this. It's just figuring out what works for you. People don't like hearing that because they like to think, oh, well, it has to be this way because it's written. I tell everybody, take them instructions that come with the tumbler and throw it in the garbage because it is completely wrong. When you tumble rocks, your step one is either 4670 or 6090. When you buy the kit, they send you your step one at 300 grit. 300 grit will never round off your rocks. 300 grit is more of a pre-polish. So I tell everybody, take them instructions, just throw them in the garbage. Because you're never going to get your rocks to polish by starting with 300. You have to start at 4670 or 6090. You have to. Because the 4670, okay, I can use an example here. One of these little rocks. Let me find them. See here. This rock has all these sharp points. The purpose of step one is to round off those points. And if it's got a rough spot on it, to get that rough spot to be smooth. That's what the purpose is of step one. A 300 grit will never roll it, smooth this off. Never. Hi, Age. How are you today? We're talking about rock tumbling. See, this is very sharp. A 300 grit will not wear that off like it's supposed to, because when it gets out of step one, let me see, find one here that's small like this. Let's see, when it gets out of step one, it's supposed to be rounded off like this. Now this one has to go back through step one because it's got rough spots on the smooth parts of the rock, but the sharp edges are rounded off. And that's what step one does. Thank you, Age. Oops. And you never put sharp edge rocks in step two because they will ruin the finish of the other rocks. Because they will bang up against your finish and score it and scrape it. So sharp edge rocks only go in step one. Let me see if we have room for this one in here. Yeah, I can go right there. Finish wiping the lid. Not the lid, the lid. Please don't spam the chat. You know, wipe the lid. You don't want no grit from step one into step two. Wipe up inside of the lid. See, it gets all dusty and dirty. And if it leaks a little bit, it goes inside of here. So you want to wipe that off. On. This is about 4, 3. Let it go. So this is a jasper that I was telling you about the other day. That's cool stuff. I love jasper. I also like rhyolite with all the bright colors in it, oranges and yellows and reds. Now we'll check the other one. This is heavy. Only I knew that was gonna happen. We can pull this off. Some water over it. Oh, all right. I see some pretty stuff down in here. Now, ooh, this is pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? First, yeah, around July the 8th or 9th, I have an appointment at the dermatologist. They think I may have some skin cancer. That came out really nice. See how shiny that is? That came out nice. We will put that in the done pile. Sometimes you get them through the 4 steps and they're not shiny and you just have to do them over again. And then the second time through, they come out fabulous. Not yet. I'll go look at it in a minute. That's cool. Needs to be a little bit shinier, which means it's got to go in again. But that one needs to start over. That one has got grooves. Can you see the grooves? Do I need a flashlight? Oh no. What's going on at the mall? That needs to go start over again because in here where it should be smooth, it's got like grooves. So we will put that over there, start over. Sometimes you get them through and they just got to be rerun again. It happens. And sometimes you get them all the way through and they don't shine up, just rerun them again, like that one. It's smooth on all sides, but it's not shiny. This one came out really nice. It's all smooth and shiny. See, that one came out nice. We'll put that one in the done pile. No sense in rerunning them if they're done. Once they're done, they're done. I will go through and sort them. I have some bags up for sale. That one needs to go through again. See, that one's really cool. It's got different shapes and stuff in it, different holes. Yeah, there's a big divot right there, and one over there, but it didn't shine up yet. Feel a big one down there. Oh, yes. Didn't that turn out cool? Not quite shiny enough for what I like, but it's got them flat spots that are right there. It's kind of shiny. The rag over the fuzzy side. If it does better. See now, after it's shined, oops, I dropped it. That's not the right one. Where did it go? Ah, where did you go? Is this it? No. Wow. It hit right there and bounced and went somewhere. This is what I mean. I have too many rocks. When I started, I didn't have this many rocks. Ah, but that one's cool. That one I would say is done. We'll put it in the done pile. I know there's some spots on there that are not shiny, so I'll probably do that. See, there's some more of that tourmaline. That's done. You can put that in my grandson's box. Not there. Right there. I moved it back there. See, these are cool. These are little pieces of basalt. These end up being pretty good. Oh, excuse me. All right. There, that one's done. That's just cool. Get some of these bigger rocks out of here. Let the aluminum just fall to the bottom. Some more tourmaline. He's got a bunch of rocks coming to him. That boy does. On the first. That one's cool. I should put this through again because this has got the scale over these pockets. Got it on both sides. But it's cool looking, ain't it? We will put this over here because that's got some rough spots on it. Not many, but show you guys. This is all for my grandson. That's all his tourmaline. All is going to him. He will be so happy. And another one that needs to go through again, but it's cool looking. See, that one's side is done, but this side is not done. This side has got some rough spots on it. So we'll put it to go again. And this one I can feel some rough spots on it. It's what happens when you get too many rocks in there. They don't tumble around as well as they should. What do you think of that? Is that cool or what? That's got to go again, but ooh, this one. This is a triangle shaped one, and it came out really nice. And look at this one. You see them lighter spots in there, along with that like reddish brown color. That is just so cool, and that is done. See something like that, I would put for sale. If I sold it, I would put it by itself for like $20 rather than in a mixed bag because it's done. It's all polished. Where smaller stuff like this one I'm going to show you, I put in a bag of 15 or 20 and mark it for $30. I just put a mixed bag of polished rocks. That's cool. And it polished up real nice. Some rocks don't polish up nice, and the only way you find out is by tumbling them. This one come out really good, but it's still got some rough spots on it, so it's gonna have to go through again. But I'll show you guys this. Look at that. That is just so cool. But it's got rough spots on the edges. So we will put that back to go again. One down here stuck. Little one was stuck. Wow. Usually the big ones get stuck on the bottom. This time it was a little bitty one. That little one right there was stuck to the bottom. And it shouldn't have been stuck to the bottom because there's no grit in here. It was just water and borax. You know, people tell me, well, where'd you buy them? I didn't buy them. I went to the river and got them. See that? And then there's the backside. Backside shined up really nice. That one's in the done pile. So, see what's going on here. Okay. Got just some medium-sized ones left. Big ones are all gone. Well, not all gone, but they've been wiped off. See, this one is pretty, but it's not shiny. So we will repeat that one. Then I gotta go to the podiatrist for my arthritic ankle. But I gotta wait for them to send me a letter saying that it was approved and everything, then I can make the phone call. But that's cool. That one there. It's got this dark line going right up right here. And that is not on the front side. What is on the front? It's in spots, but that's still cool. And that one need to go over. It's got some rough spots on the top. This one I can feel rough spots picking it up. Last piece is tourmaline. Should be the last piece anyhow. Last piece. And it's got to go through all over again because it's got some rough spots on the sides. And that's cool. Look at that. And that one is done. Each one we get done is room for another one from this pile over on this side over here. You go in. This, I think, is some kind of quartz. And that one's done. Let's see. Here. Mm, mm, that one. That one's got rough spots on it. Do that one over. That one's done. Okay, so we got a couple here. Oops, I dropped it. Yep. Yep. See that? That's cool. Cool stuff when they get all shiny like that. No, this one, I'll show you this one, but this one has got rough spots all over it, so it's got to go over again. That one's got a few rough spots on it, so we'll start that one over. And this one's got rough spots on one side, otherwise it would be done. That bottom right there is all rough. That one's got to go over again. That one, the corner's getting round off. Just getting the bigger colored ones out of there. I'll leave the little bitty ones in there for cushioning. Look at that. That one is done. That one is done. It's like, okay, so I'm going to show you something here. Do kind of like a before and after, because I got the other two pieces like this. Oops, damn. No, I dropped it on the floor. Okay, so this is what looked like before, and this is what it'll look like after, because this piece came off the side over here. I think it was that side. No, that's wait. Yeah, it came off of that side. But that's what it looks like before it's tumbled. And this is what they look like after. What a difference, huh? This one is going to have to go back in there. Nothing more to take out. This one over here. I can start putting stuff back in. Another piece of that tourmaline. The tourmaline is tough stuff. Okay, so now let's put the ones back in here. They're going to go in here. That one start over step one. That back there. Put that one in there. We'll do that one. Oh, excuse me. That one in there. That one. Almost rolled off on my foot. That would have been not good. Now this one was done. I don't know why it's sitting waiting to be burnished because it's all done. I'll show you this. This is pretty. That's purple. And then here's what the outside edge looks. The outside edge is a brown color. And that belongs to my oldest granddaughter. And where is her bucket? I have to look for it. Trying to keep all the kids' stuff separate. That's a challenge. That is a challenge. Oh, Jasper. That one needs to just go in the rinse cycle. But is that cool or what? That's the other half of that piece of Japs. I cut it right in half because it was too big to fit in the tumbler. That little one in there. Little ones. That one. That one. We're about full. That one. That's a cool little piece. This is quartz right here on the end, and the rest is rock. Quartz pieces. I find all kinds of quartz. That's quartz. We're gonna just put these in here and put water over them. Let them go through the burnish cycle. That one's done. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And that goes in the done pile. Oops. See, this stuff right here. I do not know what this stuff is. It's cool looking. My oldest granddaughter found it in a bag with, it said mixed agates and rocks. That means just rinse with water and that's done. And then I found this. This is a piece of agate. And I think this is what they call a treasure state agate. Look at this. It's white on the top, which is typical for Treasure State agate, and then turn it over and look. That one's mine. That one is mine. There's supposed to be Treasure State agates all over out here. That's the only one I found, so I'm keeping it. This one needs to go over there. See, this one is cool. This is like a granite, but it's got white in it. I've never seen granite with white in it. That one can go in there. That one is done. The youngest granddaughter's tile. That's her, one of her pieces of amethyst. This girl can pick it, can't she? Oop, I'm dropping a lot of stuff today. She picked that and I cut it in half and I tumbled it for her. And she's gonna be happy to get that. Oops, sorry. I told her I was not gonna polish all of her rocks for her because she sent me 3 pounds of rocks to tumble for her. Now gladly tumble them, but I told her I'm sending you a microfiber cloth and you can sit and polish them yourself. This one can go in there. See, doesn't that look cool? Just different shades of cream color. And this I need to run through all over again. I do not know what this stuff is. It looks sharp. Kind of makes me think of rhyolite, but it's too light in color. Because rhyolite usually has reds and oranges and yellows. Put that over there. This one is cool. This one is all done. Darn. I'm just dropping stuff left and right today. Good thing it didn't bounce on the floor or on my foot or something, right? That one is done. I'm going to send that one to my grandson because that looks kind of like tourmaline. And we run this one through again. This is cool. This is like banded chirp with a wide band. Oops, with a wide band and then the narrow bands. And see if I can put one more in there. Maybe that one. No, it's too high. Stone. Oh, we'll put that one in there. and we'll call it good. Oh, no, we gotta move stuff around because that one is sticking up too high. Too high. We'll take that one out then. Put that in the center maybe. Yeah. And this one drop right in there behind it. All right. We're just gonna put some water in it. Take my sprayer. This is the here, I'll back you guys up so you can see this. This is the water bottle that I take when I go rock hounding. So I can, it's cordless. You hit a button and it sprays water. That's good. A little bit of borax, and that's going to go. Like a half. I want just a teaspoon. That'll work. Okay, so now we're going to wipe the lid. And that one will be ready to take out tomorrow morning. Because when you're doing the burnishing, it's only got to run 3 to 5 hours, which I let it run a little bit extra. But if I needed them for something, I could take them out. Oh, excuse me, earlier. Well, like the inside of this lid. If you go back on my channel, I did some reviews on these tumblers, and I did a bad review on the 2-pound tumbler. Same brand, but these are rock solid rather. And that 2-pound was a piece of crap. I had it for 30 days, and 20 times out of the 30 days, the lid blew off. That means every day for 20 days in a row, the lid blew off. And it got to where I could just put a little handful of rocks in it. It was a 2-pound tumbler, so half the size of this. And I could put this much rocks in it to get the lid not to blow off. So I did a negative review on that. Same style, looks the same, but you turn it on and you start it, and it would go around 3 times and you hear a poof and look, and the lid was off and the slurry was all over the table. What a mess. And it was all over the inside of the tumbler. Had to unplug the tumbler, clean it all off. So yeah, I was not happy. I was not happy at all. So that's what we got for today. Wow, we went an hour and a half today. Cool stuff. But we got a lot done. We got the step one over into step two. We got the polish emptied out and put just water and a little bit of borax in it, which that should run just a couple hours and be done, but I'll wait till we go live in the morning and do it then. All right. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll try to do the stream. Well, why don't we plan for 1 o'clock my time, which will be noon your time? That sound good? Noon your time tomorrow? Or you want me to do 12:30? Hi, Age. Okay, we'll do 12:30 your time, which would be 1:30 my time. All right, take care. Bye for now. 12. Okay. All right. Bye.